Triad Hip Hop Podcast. It's your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And this is episode 240.
240.
240, like E40.
Go. Vallejo. All right, almost done.
But so yeah, we're gonna try not to keep y'all too long. We got a few things to talk about. So you know, we're trying to work on getting our equipment established, but we getting better. We got two mics going this time.
Two mics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We getting a little. We getting there.
We getting there.
We looking. We looking kind of good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kind of good.
So how was your week this week?
Week was good. Last weekend, we did a thing like my me and Brittany, shout out to her. We went to Korean Festival up here in Greensboro.
Okay.
Man, it was really nice. I want to shout out my man Trey Gibson. The surgery went well. Give him a clap.
Okay. I do it.
No. He worked. Well, not to give his workplace, but he kind of worked in the warehouse.
Okay.
That. And he had some issues with his lungs. They kind of fixed that up. I mean, not to give out that much information,
but it went good.
Yeah,
so that's what's up. That's what's most important.
Yeah, he follows the show, and I'm really looking forward to him to do some stuff with the show, man. Like get us, some create some characters and stuff. He does really good work.
Okay.
So yeah, and another thing too, I was gonna tell the story. So me and my girl, we went to this Indian place. They do like a celebration. I forgot what it's called, but it's after Ramadan. It's like a feast.
Okay. Well, I know the end of Ramadan they do the Eid festival, so I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But
that might be it.
Yeah.
But normally they don't do the buffet.
Okay.
But, when they do that night, they had the buffet. So we were chilling, me and Brittany, we doing thing, relaxing. It was we came later because this is our festival. So we got there. It was crowded, but it wasn't too bad. But then these kids, the Indian kids, they were wild. The girls like screaming, yelling. I thought like Hispanic kids were back, like the little Mexican kids. He was bad.
Wow.
Matter of fact, they were so bad. Like this, I saw this two. There was like a white couple with these black couples with their kids, and the white woman holding the black baby to the left. Even she was like, and it's bad when the white woman like, yo, your kid tripping.
Right.
It's bad when the white
when they looking at you, it's like
when they looking at you, because they kids turn up all that shit. Right. Not all of them, all of them. I'm not generalizing, but it's bad when they
right. Yo, that's crazy.
But it was good. It's good. How was your week?
My week was pretty good. Went by pretty fast. I have to admit, time is going by a little bit fast, but I think that's because for some reason when the weather gets warmer, the time goes by a lot faster. It seems like the summer just flies by. So but it was a good week overall. And I meant to mention this last week. I've been mourning the passing of one of my nephews, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But other than that, it's been a real good week. But yeah, thank you. Work has been pretty good. They I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you I was taking Spanish calls?
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, they finally took me out of that. It's been like 4 months.
Okay, clap it up.
They finally took me out of that. I was like, thank God.
Shoot back.
Right. I was like, man, I cannot speak Spanish. Stop putting me on these Spanish calls. And they didn't care. They was just like, look, we need your help. So you got to do it. But anyway, it was a good week, so I can't complain. But we'll go ahead and keep moving on. Want to give some RIPs. We lost one of the Black revolutionaries, well known in the music industry, Harry Belafonte, just yesterday. He was in his 90s, I believe.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
got
So,
like like when he got older, he had like the dope, like creepy old man. Like it was crazy. That
okay.
voice was just dope.
Yeah,
It's like,
man.
man, that's dope.
Yeah, man. He was, man. He put some work in, man. So, um, and then my nephew that passed away, Richard Turner. He passed away a week before last, and he was up in New York, one of my sister's kids, and man, that's been rough, man. I mean, I was just really reconnecting with them because I hadn't. This is a sister I hadn't seen since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Since I was like maybe 10 years old. You
Wow.
know, and I'm 48, about to be 49.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I just reconnected with her in 2018, and we've mostly been connecting through Facebook and stuff like that. But I was connecting with her sons more so than her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so her oldest son is the one that passed away, and he was only 35. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I was like, yo, that's crazy. I believe he had a heart attack, and I don't know, but I mean, all I can say is, it's a wake up call. So I'm trying to take care of myself. You know what I mean? Yep, yep. And then, also want to give a rest in peace to a gentleman named Brent Mack. That was the story you were telling me about, where the white guy killed him and then tried to hide his body.
Yeah, man.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
So that was crazy. So I think, from what I understand, was the man, the black man, worked for the white, and like he was, I think they did construction or some type of work.
Okay.
I believe. Anyway, so he called him in. The white man called Mr. Mack into the office, and you don't think nothing of it. He ends up killing him, buries him in cement, and then they actually find his body in the septic tank. I think it was like I
Man.
forgot what years.
So he put him in cement and then put him in the septic tank?
I don't know what they did, but they found him in there. But they covered him.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just like, and then he was like, "Oh, self defense." Like, man, that's just
Yeah,
that's
you lying,
wicked.
man.
I'm sorry,
You
man.
lying. 'Cause
That's
you wouldn't have went through all that trouble to hide the body if it was
Yeah.
a self-defense. You'd have called the cops. Look, you know what I mean? This is what happened. He attacked me.
Yeah,
Blah, blah, blah.
but yeah,
He lying.
man, yeah, that's wicked. Like, no, you know what I'm
Absolutely
saying?
wicked.
Especially if he, dude didn't attack. Now I can even then with all that, I can understand like if he attacked them or things like that. If you get called in the office, and then that's sick.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But let's give them all a rest in peace and a moment of silence just to pay our respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us.
Yep.
So let's see here. You want to go through some birthdays, or you want to get into the questions of the day first?
Let's do the question of the day first. 'Cause actually, it's gonna be questions.
Yeah,
of the day.
questions of
We
the
got
day.
3 of them. We kind of couldn't pass them up.
Yeah,
So,
man.
The first question is, who is your favorite performer? Don't answer that.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, fact. So we got, there's some things going on that the story that we're gonna cover. So
Yeah.
well, that kind of brings that up.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2 is AI. Is it getting to be a little too crazy?
Right. Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is, what is your best memories of the late great Harry Belafonte? So
Man.
we kind of had to do that.
Yeah, man. One thing I always remember is I think like one of his greatest hits, daylight come and we want to go home. That joint, man. That's always, I would never forget that song.
That's
I used to
Calypso,
run.
right? On the
Yeah,
Calypso,
yeah.
They said, yeah. I see. I didn't know he did music. Like I didn't really know him from the movie.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
I knew more from music and then movies after that. But yeah, that was my favorite, man. When I was a kid, I used to run that back all day. People were like, "Why are you singing that song so much?" I was just stuck in my head. You know what I mean? Damn.
Yo, he ain't gonna lie. He killed that.
Mr. Taliban, give me the banana. Something like that. I don't know what he said, but it was dope. But yeah, man, so that's my favorite from Harry Belafonte, that song.
Yeah, my joints was shout out with the Uptown Saturday Night.
Oh yeah.
With Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier. And he was Geechee Dan.
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah.
And then my man, rest in peace. What was it? But his name, it was it Calvin Lockhart? Because he was actually playing. He was actually in the sequel to Let's Do It Again.
I'm not sure.
But he was like, oh, come on, Geechee, let's talk. And it was Silky Slim.
Yeah.
So that was what about. And then when he actually played with Sidney Poitier, Buck and the Preacher.
Okay.
Yeah, Buck and the Preacher. That was my movie too.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yes, because to the high and lower order of the Holiest Persuasion Church.
Yeah, I never actually saw that one. I'm gonna have to go back.
Yo, that was a classic. Yeah.
Okay.
Posse ain't got shit on that.
Yeah. That's what's up.
I ain't gonna just Posse like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Buck and the Preacher was the shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch a copy of that. Yeah, I'm gonna get a copy of Uptown Saturday Night too. That's the joint.
Oh yeah, because you know that whole thing is a trilogy. You know that Let's Do It Again, the piece of the action, because of the Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby playing.
Yeah.
So.
And as far as the other question about the AI, just to weigh in on that, I mean, I do see that it's kind of nice for entertainment purposes. I get it, but I'm leaning more towards I don't care for it because I feel like it's taking money out of a real person's mouth. Like they done made hits off of Drake's voice. You know what I mean? I ain't the biggest Drake fan, but let that man make his own money. Don't take away from him unless you're going to use his voice and pay him to use his voice. You know what I mean? If you're going to pay him and he agrees to it, that's different. But if you just steal his shit and make your own song and he can't even say shit, I don't fuck with that. So for that reason, I'm out. I don't like the AI joint, you know what I mean? In that perspective, I just feel like they're gonna eventually try to take everybody away from music and just use robot voices.
I mean, come on, man. You know they're gonna have a film, especially like with the Biggie
and
Tupac. They gonna have a fucking field day with that shit.
Yeah, because Howie sent me one with Biggie rapping Mobb Deep's Shook Ones Part 2. And I mean, it's Biggie's voice all day rapping Prodigy's verse. I got you stuck off the realness. It sounds just like Biggie. And I'm like, what the fuck? How can y'all do that?
But it's crazy, man. Because, it was kind of bittersweet. I liked it. But it's like, but if you really know, Biggie ain't a Queens nigga like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was just like, to me, it's almost like he wouldn't do that with Mobb Deep. Like he wouldn't cover that song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I don't think he would have ever done that in real life. If he do somebody from Brooklyn, like maybe Smooth the Hustler, Trigger the Gambler, a broken language or something. Make Biggie do that.
That would have been understandable.
Right.
Because it would have made sense.
Yeah.
Because he's a Brooklyn native. But yeah, he ain't gonna do no Queens.
Because Biggie was repping Brooklyn hard. He had Brooklyn on his back, man. So
don't go there.
Right. I could see Biggie. I could see an AI version of that Biggie doing the broken language joint. You know what I mean?
That would be dope. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Might need to suggest that. Right. If y'all see it happen, remember we said it first, so we need some royalties off of that.
We gonna do something.
Right. But yeah, so and we'll come back to the other question, the informant, once we get to our topics and y'all know where we're coming from. So let's go ahead and move on to the. Well, did you want to say anything else about the AI joint? I'm sorry.
Nah,
All right. We'll move on to some birthdays then and just give some people some shout outs. So today's birthday, April 26th, we got my man Cormega from Queens. Speaking of Queens. Also today, Jamal, from the Def Squad, Illegal fame. You know what I mean? I was always disappointed that they didn't do the group Illegal longer than that one album. They
yeah.
did one album and then the group split off, and you know, um, it was Jamal, aka Marley G, and Little Malik. And Malik went to the West Coast and kind of started hanging out with Snoop and them. So, during the Death Row Chronic, generation back then. So Malik didn't really do music like that, but he was definitely. I think he even lived with Snoop at one time. And then Jamal went to the Def Squad with Eric Sermon and Redman, Keith Murray, and so he was actually doing music, and his stuff was pretty dope. I don't think he get a lot of credit, but he was a pretty dope MC. Um, so anyway, those both of those are today. So happy birthday to them.
Yep.
Coming up tomorrow, happy birthday to Lizzo. Coming up on April 28th, happy birthday to Big Gip and Too Short.
All right.
You know what I mean? Big Gip representing the South, Too Short representing the Bay Area, West Coast. Coming up on the 29th, my man Master P. You know about the
Shake a motherfucking beat.
Yo, that's hilarious, man. And then coming up on the 30th, we got three. We got my man Travis Scott, Lloyd Banks, and Wonder Mike. You know what I mean? From the original. You know what I mean? Pioneer.
Yeah, Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello to the black, to the yellow, red, and the purple and yellow. I messed up for the hip hop, hibbity hip hop, rock me don't stop. I rock it to the bang bang boogie, say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogity beat. Yeah.
See, that's the thing about that kind of rapping. You could mess up and still keep going. It would still sound dope.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So you just had to throw something in there real quick. So yeah, that was dope, man. So yeah, happy birthday to all of them. That's all my birthdays for the day. So let's go ahead and give them some cheers. All right. So in music, oh man, this was dope for me. The Dog Pound is doing Dog Food Part 2.
Okay.
So that's dope. It said coming soon. It didn't say a specific date, but Dog Food was a pretty good album. It's a classic, and I'm glad that they coming back. Remember I told y'all Pharoah Monch got a new album coming out, so look out for that. I found something that was a few months old that I don't know how the hell I missed, but it was Method Man and Jadakiss.
Wow.
Yes, called Switch Sides. I was like, yo, how did I miss that? Somebody had throw a clip of it on something like Instagram or Facebook, and I was like, yo, how did I miss this? But yeah, the song was dope. I mean, they had somebody else on there, but it was an kind of unknown artist that I'd never heard of. But Meth and Jadakiss killed it.
Damn.
So shout out to them. My man Lloyd Banks just dropped a new video called Invisible. So yeah, he's got that third album going. So I'm glad that he's doing his thing. Chic Luch got a song featuring Corey Guns.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
called Consecutively. Yeah, so that's dope. You know what I mean? They got a video for it and everything. And then, just want to remind y'all again of the Ghostface and Raekwon Pete Rock album. We're still gonna try to keep y'all up to date on that. So, but that was all I have for music. But yeah, y'all should go check some of that stuff out, man. Real hip hop is still here. So,
Oh yeah.